What is up everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about how 3 months of corona lockdown impacted my physique and my strength. So if that sounds interesting, keep watching, subscribe on the channel and like this video real quick and then we can get started right away. So we're gonna start obviously where it all began 3 months ago, March the 13th. I'm gonna overlay some footage of that current time frame to give you guys an idea of what my physique looked like at that point, so you guys know how I looked. If it comes to my weight, I was hovering around 79 to about 80 kilograms on average. I was doing a push-pull legs, push-pull split, so 5 days a week. Doing 2 push days, 2 pull days and 1 leg day every single week, and I was eating about 3,200 calories every single day and having about 160 grams of protein every single day. So that was basically the point where I was at right before the lockdown started. I had been training for a very long time consistently, and I was actually very happy with how my physique looked at that point in time. Until that final week, I think it was the week of March the 13th, and lockdown started in Belgium. So basically everything was closed, and that also included the gyms, and that obviously meant that I could not train for a very long period of time. So basically that obviously sucked. But very quickly I did realize that this lockdown was gonna be one of a couple of months, so I tried to set up a certain approach to maintain as much muscle mass and strength as I could during that lockdown period. I've also made some videos about that. I might link some ones, I think, there. If you guys want to check that out, feel free to do so. Basically, what I did during the entirety of lockdown was I did a upper body workout twice a week, doing about 9 sets on push and 9 sets on pull, trying to maintain as much of my strength and muscle mass as possible during those few months of lockdown. If it comes to my eating, I kept eating at maintenance, so for me that was about 3,000 calories every single day. Now I have to admit, in the beginning I definitely ate more than that because I kind of stick to my old calories, which at that point were about 3,200 calories every single day. I kind of stick to those calories a bit for quite a while, and in the last couple of weeks of lockdown I definitely saw that I did gain quite a lot of body fat over the last few months, so I kind of took 200 calories away from that. So from that point on I was only eating about 3,000 calories a day on average. And also, as I said in previous videos, at that point I also did a 10-kilometer run every single week. I explained why I did all that stuff in one of my previous videos, but that was basically my the thing that I did during lockdown to maintain as much muscle mass as possible and also maintain my physique as a whole during those few months of lockdown. And that brings us to the current day. The current day after 3 months of corona lockdown. Again, I'm gonna overlay some footage of myself showing off my physique to give you guys a good idea of what I am currently looking like. And I'm also going to overlay some footage of me weighing myself so you guys know exactly what my current weight is. So as you guys can see, I'm currently weighing about 81.5 kilograms, which is about a 2 kilogram increase from 3 months ago before the lockdown. So if it comes to my weight, I have gained some body fat properly, but again I said that I was eating a bit too much in the beginning of lockdown, and obviously an increase of calories while you are decreasing the amount of activity that you're doing will result in weight gain, which as I said happened with me. Also, if it comes to my strength, so we are already almost a week past lockdown and I have already trained 4 times this week. So I have done a push session, a pull day and also a leg day, and I feel like in general I have lost some strength during the last 3 months. So if it comes to my pushing, I definitely have lost a little bit of strength, but as I said in one of my previous videos, I'm actually very surprised as to how much strength I actually have maintained during the last few weeks. If it comes to my pulling and especially my leg training, I have lost quite a significant amount of strength in those areas. Now, the reason for that is because I have not trained my legs once during the entirety of lockdown. I'm gonna make a full video on that, why I didn't do it and my reason behind it, and also the impact that it actually had on my leg training, to kind of go a bit more into detail on that kind of topic. But for now, at least you guys know that I did lose quite a lot of strength if it comes to my leg training. Also, as I said, if it comes to my pulling strength, I've lost quite a significant amount of strength there. You know, a certain weight that I used to do for about 2 or 3 reps is now a very difficult single, so I lost some strength there. But yeah, it is nothing that I can't get back in the next coming weeks. And it really is not a ridiculous amount of strength, it is just some strength that I actually lost during the lockdown. And now I'm going to give you guys my full conclusion of the impact of 3 months of lockdown on my physique and my strength. So first of all, we're going to talk about my physique. As I just said, I did gain 2 kilograms of body weight, and again, it is because I was not very smart with my calories in the beginning. I think the vast majority of that strength is going to be body fat, but it is not a ridiculous amount, and I do think that I can lose it again in a couple of weeks. Also, you have to realize that once you kind of start training again, your muscles are going to fill up with glycogen again. Glycogen holds water, so in the first week of training, you're actually going to see that you're actually going to look completely different to as you looked when you just came out of lockdown. I might just overlay some pictures of this week, and you actually will see that in the first week of training I actually made quite a change to my physique. Obviously, the difference between having a pump and having no pump, and just, you know, in general just being fuller, does make a big difference if it comes to your physical appearance. Now, if it comes to my strength work, as I said, I did lose some strength if it comes to my leg training and my pull training, but again, it is not a very large amount of strength, and I don't really think that it's going to take me more than a couple of weeks to gain all that strength back, and then I can kind of move up from there and progress from there and see how far we can go, basically. So I feel like in general, also kind of a conclusion to make. In general, I did not change drastically over the last 3 months, and also, as I have said in one of my previous videos, you cannot expect to lose 2.5 years of progress in 3 months. Like, your body does not get rid of muscle mass that quickly, especially if you do keep training, as I did 2 times a week, full body, to kind of still hit everything twice a week. You are going to lose some strength and some muscle mass, but you're actually going to look, I mean, you're not going to look drastically different in 3 months if you have been training for like 3 years. And also, I think the biggest reason that I did not change drastically in the last 3 months is because, again, I've been training consistently, and I've also dieted for the entirety of the 3 months. So I did try to not follow the wagon, to still do all the things that I have to do. And that has also contributed to me not changing very drastically in the last 3 months. So that was basically all I wanted to cover in this video. I'm also going to make a video talking about my current approach to gaining the strength back, and also going beyond the strength that I actually did have 3 months ago. It's going to be a full video all about training and nutrition, so if you guys are want to see that video, like and subscribe so you'll be notified when I drop that video in the next week or this weekend. For now, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any videos that you want me to make or anything you want me to change to improve my content, description box is down below as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.